Okay, here is something interesting. Having said earlier that the attempt would be made to try and find a lens or something that would sharpen the image of the uh, Microsoft LifeCam. The fact is, we've maxed out the sharpness and all that other settings and stuff. And here's an example. I can increase the size of it, which does increase the size of it, but the clarity is a different story. So, having said that, I wish I could find another camera. Lo and behold, once again, the duh happens. And the duh was the presence of a GoPro camera. And I said to myself, well, wait a minute. The GoPro cameras are spoken for. They're in other things. They're being used in other purposes. But then I thought, wait a minute. What about the older GoPro, the GoPro 4? The GoPro 8 is, my head cam. It's the better of all of them. And the GoPro 4 is just kind of sitting there, not really doing anything. Now, I do have lenses that I could put on the GoPro 4 and enhance its visuals. But this, what we're looking at here, is the resident image of the GoPro 4. And as you can see by the comparison to the image on the left, which is the LifeCam, the image on the right, which is the GoPro, is infinitely more detailed, as it should be. You can see that the lettering for those little signs that I just made, the Valkyrie and the Warhammer, are very clear. The terrain itself is extremely clear. And if I were to maximize this and bring it to the front, where is it? Order, move up. As you can see here, if I made this GoPro camera the main camera and got rid of the LifeCam, things might be better. So there we are, and I will put this back on the top right, and happy times are coming. Let's go figure. I don't know if I'm going to mount it up where the GoPro or where the LifeCam is, but it begs the question, why not, right? Because the clarity is without question. It also means might just get another GoPro, an ancient GoPro, and use it. Now, you might ask, how did you do this? Short answer is HDMI. You can't use the GoPro 4 with the cable USB directly into the computer as you can with 7, 8, and 9 and other models that are, newer. But you can if you use the HDMI capture dongle, which I happen to have 2 of. And I thought, well, you know what? Just give it a try. Why not? Just, a couple minutes maybe. It took more than a few minutes. It took about, 45 minutes to figure this out because there's a bunch of cabling and stuff, of course, that has to be done. And once I hooked up the HDMI cable to the GoPro and then the HDMI dongle, which, by the way, ends in a USB cable out, and plug that USB cable into my computer, here we go. And it's like, good times, finally. Stuff is working. So anyway, I will probably replace that Microsoft LifeCam looking down on the game table. But this is mounted on one of those gooseneck webcam holders. And it means I can move the camera around. So I might just, leave it that way. Because using the LifeCam as the spot camera, the one that moves around the game table, showing players what they want to see, when they want to see it, like they may say, let me see this section over by the Marauder and the Jenner, close up on that, and then they're going to issue their orders as we're playing the game online, and I can use the LifeCam for that and put the GoPro up in the ceiling. But here, clearly, much better resolution by using the GoPro on the gooseneck. Example. And I can adjust that gooseneck to get even closer. Right? So you get the idea. Much better. It's like being at the game table. So clearly the answer is, yeah, GoPro.